The Kentish coastline stretches right around the bottom right-hand foot of Britain, past the iconic White Cliffs and then northwards. Here, seafood continues to thrive, and places like Whitstable have long been famed for their world-class oysters. But heading inland, this area offers much, much more.
And you really can see below me the different varieties of stuff being produced down there. There's arable farming, sheep and cattle grazing further along. And then also directly below us, there's vegetable production.
However, what Kent is probably best known for is its orchards. Traditional orchards are a key part of the beauty of the Kent Downs. The Tudors grew plums, pears and apples in Kent some 400 years ago, but it's thought they may have been found here long before that. But what I've come here for are the jewels in Kent's culinary crown.
Absolute beautiful glistening cherries on a tree like this, picked straight out into the shop or the farm shop. I mean, you just can't beat this time of year, can you?
For James Dalloway, cherries are in the blood. His father planted this orchard. And now he aims to pass his passion on to others by throwing open the gates and allowing the public to adopt a tree.
The taste is absolutely amazing, and it's such a lovely thing for families. You know, they can come down, we have a blossom weekend, kids see the tree in bloom, and then they come back and, wow, there's cherries on their tree, you know, amazing.
The cherry season in this country only lasts 5 or 6 weeks a year, and it really signals summer's here.
The first farmers market of every venue of every season that you go to, the clamour and the queue for the cherries is incredible. It's just, oh wow, we've been waiting 46 weeks for this.
And with it being the height of the picking season now, if James thinks his vast swathes of bird netting will keep me from his superb cherries, he's wrong. Now, I used to love pick your own farms when I was a young kid, and apparently I've got to wear this thing. And I know what you're thinking. Just don't ask. Michael, good to see you. I feel like I'm dressed the part anyway. Is that the correct?
That's the kit for picking.
Is it? Is that the correct gear then? These look fantastic. So how old are these?
These are great. These are about 25 years old, and some of the original planting that my dad planted in the 80s.
So I'm assuming there's hundreds of different types.
There is. We grow about 30 or so, but this variety is called Merchant, and it's the first of the English season.
OK, and what are we looking to pick then? What are we after? The deep red ones?
Yeah,
or?
Yeah, that colour's great, and yeah, with the stalks, which is perfect, because they keep their freshness.
Why this area of England then? Why is that so good for
well, you know,
cherries?
Traditionally known as the Garden of England, isn't it?
Well, we can argue all day long, you see, about, you know, Garden of England. It's got to be Yorkshire, you know?
Well, my mum would agree, because that's where she comes from.
You see?
But she's also wrong, unfortunately.
No, she's not. Your mother's always right. You should listen to that,
yeah,
you see?
I know.
Garden of England or not, one thing is for sure. Most of the UK's wet weather is brought in from the Atlantic on our prevailing westerly winds. But by the time that the wind has brought rain to Wales, Gloucestershire, Oxfordshire and so on, there's little left in the air to drop onto the southeast. In fact, Kent has just about the lowest rainfall in Britain. So you don't get masses of rain here, but...
We don't. I mean, we obviously get enough to grow them and sufficient to keep the trees watered, but, you know, generally we miss a lot of the summer rains, which cause, you know, crop devastation in cherries because the rain splits the cherries.
Another thing appreciated by Michael's cherries is the makeup of the ground on which they grow. The tree roots spread through the free-draining chalky topsoil, which balances acidity, to the nutrient-rich clay loam below. It's paradise for these trees. Now, I always used to remember when you used to go to sort of pick your own farms, you used to do a bit of one for me, one for the bucket.
Yeah.
You're not bored of them?
No. I don't know how many I eat, but probably kilos a day, I would think. Especially when you're in the orchard all day sorting cherries, supervising the pickers, always got a hand in the tray.
They are something that you're not going to get bored of it.
No.
A bit like, you know, strawberries and raspberries, you can sort of...
Yeah, I mean, it's the whole beauty.
You can have a bit too many of them, but these...
Yeah, you just keep going. But, I mean, it is the whole beauty of seasonal fruit, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's the whole point of, you know, why do you want cherries in January from Chile Why not, you know, wait for the season and have them for the 6 weeks that they're available when they're at their best.
I need a few more than this, so I better keep going then, really.
Yeah, we'll be here all day, I think.
You be here all day. Look at the amount of those you've got in there.
I'm keeping my eye on the novice.
Good job you're not getting paid by the pound, you know what I mean?